morning, it's Melissa, Mother Lover for Life, 100%, coming to you from the park underneath the beautiful trees. I'm going to be doing the Sacred Path cards today, and today I'll be doing the Sacred Mountain spread. It's a deck of tarot cards based on Native American tradition, and I colored my book, but this is what it is. It's by Harper One, Jamie Sams, and 260 Native American tribes helped collaborate to write this book, and it's based on Native American tradition, and the cards are basically daily teaching tools to help guide you along your sacred path, walking the Great Red Road. So this is how I get my morning started every morning so that I can focus on something positive and walking a sacred path and walking the Great Red Road hand in hand with my brothers and sisters that are on the same or similar journey. So I hope all of you are having a good day and focusing on something positive in your life and getting your day started out in a positive way. It always seems to help me focus on something good in my life, and that way I can be available to share love, light, joy, happiness, and abundance with all of my brothers and sisters. So I've retreated to camping out here in the middle of no man's land, and it was a good night last night. The moon was beautiful, and it was so peaceful out here. You know, nothing but the coyotes, the owls, and, you know, the bats, and me and my friend, and Great Mystery and Great Spirit. So I woke up feeling pretty good this morning, and now I'm going to go ahead and get these sacred cards shuffled and read a little bit about the Sacred Mountain spread to you to help you walk the Great Red Road if that is the journey that you're on. Sacred Mountain is the place of inner knowing and proper perspective. The sacred mountain of our ancestors is not a physical place. It is a place of balance that exists within the sacred space of each individual. To reach this place of wisdom and enlightenment, balanced with faith and trust, innocence and courage, you must climb the mountains and hills of your own limitations and conquer the fears that keep you from knowing. When the challenges are many and the path is crooked, you may feel confused or temporarily lost. In such times, the Sacred Mountain spread is the tool that will aid you in seeing the truth from the perspective of the eagle. In freedom and from above, the overall significance is clearly put into perspective. This is what I call a working spread, because you must climb to the top using your own courage and strength, rather than being carried by someone else. If the going is getting tough and you are willing to confront the limitation that you have set in your own path, this is the spread to use. The first 4 cards represent the areas of creativity open to you where you have set limitation or denial. The Sacred Mountain card is the reward at the end of the climb, or the gift you will attain by completing the journey. So, this is the layout of this card spread. It's a 5-card spread. And the middle card is the lesson needed to find personal freedom. That's the gift, if I'm able to complete the journey. So, I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these cards. Take a few deep breaths. Ground myself down into Mother Earth. Call upon the Great Mystery, Great Spirit, Mother Earth, Mother Mary, Grandfather Sun, Grandfather Moon, Great Mystery, Great Spirit, and Mother Mary Magdalene. I call upon all of them and ask them to help me be a channel of love, light, peace, joy, and abundance. Help me be a channel of those energies. Pure light. Thank you. The first card appears in the east and signifies the lesson needed to remove any present limitations. This is the place of the golden door that leads to all other levels of awareness. No matter what card appears in this position, you are being asked to look at what you feel that you cannot achieve in this card's lesson. Hence, your limitation is made clear for you. So this is a lesson needed to remove present limitations. And this is the East card. So I'm going to draw 5 cards. And we'll see what Great Mystery and Great Spirit have to share with us today for a teaching. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the first card I drew is this. Arrow. Truth as your protection. 12. So, to remove present limitation. Truth as your protection. 12. Warrior clan, your arrows fly straight and true. Bold of heart, proven faith, protection lives through you. The warrior clan of Native America were the protection of the people. The spirit of the warrior clan is represented by the arrow. The arrow is straight and true, quick and deadly if aimed to kill. The braves earned their right to be called by the name through many tests of leadership and agility. Courage was the main ingredient in making of a warrior, but it had to be tempered with truth, common sense, physical prowess, integrity, and connection to the spirit before the right to be warrior clan was earned. After rites of passage, which occurred around a young man's 13th year, the slow and arduous process of learning how to be a man was begun with a father, an uncle, another warrior clan member, or a chief. These lessons included hunting, tracking, going on a raid, counting coop, vision quest, sundance, and leading a hunting party. The nightly dancing of these activities reenacted for the tribe celebrated each of these victories. Honors were bestowed upon each young man who honored his clan with acts of bravery. Each step of the path to the warrior clan was purposely hard and grueling, since the leadership of the tribe and sometimes the nation would fall on the shoulders of the next warrior clan generation. A man's skill in making arrows could show how much care he would take in leading his people. The best of the best would be chosen as chief after they had honored themselves for 50 or more years. A warrior was never considered an elder and wise enough to be the main chief until his life was rich with experience. He was considered a full-grown adult after 50 years. The arrow was quick to protect and quick to act in crisis. Straight and true, weighing all future possibilities, each chief aimed for the highest good and remained totally responsible for the actions of each decision he made. The bow of beauty was the joyful expression with which he viewed his task of leadership. Even in times of great sorrow, the ability to bend without breaking was remembered through the bow of beauty. The arch of inner strength that gave flight to the arrow. The bow of beauty was said to have been made of the finest gold, which represented the golden light of Grandfather Sun's love, and was inlaid with pearls, which represented the essence of Grandmother Moon's nurturing. At the core of the warrior clan's principles was the balanced male and female within each brave. This balance was found through the willingness to bend like the bow of beauty and send the arrow of truth into the world. If the arrow has found its target in your cards today, you are being asked to find the truth of your present situation. You can protect yourself from uncomfortable situations by using the truth as your protection. It does not matter what others think of you. you know the truth. When you honor that truth, you cannot be hurt by the lies of others. Arrow also speaks of the ideas of brotherhood. This is to say that you must armor yourself with the good intent and truthfulness of those you wish to associate with. Drop those who will no longer honor your path or your truth. Remember, Arrow is straight and always says, stay on the sacred path. So that's a good reminder to walk in my truth and use it as my protection, and to stay on the sacred path and only associate with those who will honor me and my sacred path, because my arrows do fly straight. And I do feel that that is a good lesson for me today, to continue walking the sacred path, the good red road, and to use truth as my protection, because others cannot harm me when I walk in truth, speak truth, and live truth. So, to remove present limitations, you must use truth as your protection. You can bullshit yourself, you can bullshit everybody else, but you can't bullshit Great Mystery or Great Spirit. God, whatever you want to call it. So if you're living a lie, walking a lie, you're only cheating yourself by living that way. And you rob yourself of the beauty that you can experience in life, because you'll never truly know yourself, or anyone else for that matter. The second card is the South card, the lesson needed to restore trust. The second card appears in the South and represents the lesson needed to restore your trust. The South card is also where you limit the faith you once had as a child, where you need to handle your ego, where you need to heal the hurt of being betrayed after you trusted. The second card may also reveal if you have become a whining, childlike victim instead of the courageous child that saw the world as an adventure. So, card number 3, Vision Quest, Seeking and Finding. And that is the lesson needed to restore your trust. So what you seek, you will find. What you choose to see is what you're going to see. If you have blind eyes, you aren't going to see things. If you cannot see yourself in others, you don't know yourself. High upon sacred mountain, with unrestricted view, the clarity of vision comes to us anew. Direction with purpose, Great Mystery will bring strong medicine allies to grace our medicine dreams. The Vision Quest is one of the oldest tools used by tribal people to seek direction for life. Under the guidance of the medicine person, the seeker is sent to a remote location to fast and pray for 3 or 4 days. The result of this activity, which is called Going on the Hill by the Sioux, is a fuller understanding of your place or pathway in the world. Great Mystery gives the sacred medicine helpers permission to come in vision form to the person who is vision questing. The spirit of the animal, tree, stone, moon, stars, or ancestor who appears will be an ally or guide during the seeker's earth walk and will protect the person's sacred path. When I came off the mountain, I felt reborn. I was totally exhausted, sunburned, dizzy, and very happy. When I reached Joaquin at the bottom of the canyon wall, he presented with a paper cup full of the sweetest water I had ever tasted. Vision quests are one tool used by the seeker seeking direction in life. Every time anyone seeks the silence of a balanced heart, the intuitive process can allow the truth to come forth. Truth is the final destination of any seeker's path. The Vision Quest card speaks of a time of new directions or strengthening of the present path based on personal truth. Sometimes to find the truth, it is necessary to enter the silence and remove personal confusion. In other instances, it is necessary to actually go on a vision quest. This card tells you that the course of your life needs to be clarified through vision. It is now time to ask for assistance from the allies and/or ancestors so that your choices will be reinforced with their wisdom and assistance. Seeking your personal answers is the keynote. Trusting those feelings and following them with action is the way to find the truth. To accomplish this, you must release confusion and doubt, then proceed by allowing your truth to emerge. Remember, in seeking, you are asking for answers. Be willing to accept and recognize the truth when it comes to you. Recognition and acceptance always precede inner knowing. Sometimes the truth is hard to accept. But if you seek the truth, you will find it. But not everyone wants to know their truth or hear yours. But that doesn't really matter. As long as you are speaking your truth, walking your truth, the people that do matter will be right there with you. Even when they're not physically there, they're there in spirit. So number 3, the third card is the lesson needed to find personal truths. The third card appears in the West and points out the lesson needed to find personal truth. The West card may also imply that there may be a limitation you have put on yourself regarding your ability to know what is right for you. Power place, earth connection, empowerment. So that's why I'm out here in this park. Right now, my friend and I are the only ones out here camping. We're completely secluded. We don't have a vehicle out here, and that doesn't scare me or bother me. I know that I'm okay and protected by Great Mystery, and I'm doing my empowerment, and I'm connecting to a power place and my earth connection. And sometimes I have to seek that in nature and be completely non-distracted in order to go within and rebalance and ground myself and without any other distraction. So that is how I seek to find my personal truths. I retreat to a power place and connect to Earth Mother to receive my personal empowerment. So 16, power place. Finding Earth connection in the place that speaks to me. Sandy beach or mountain, forest filled with trees, high desert or windswept prairie, I will know it well. It will make my heart sing of the river and the dell. So many books have been written about mythical or real persons going to a power place or a place of solace to seek at one-ment with themselves or a great mystery. Native American tradition, we believe that Mother Earth is a living being. When a human being goes to a power place, the intention of Mother Earth is directed to that spot, and energy begins to flow to that area because our bodies, like hers, are electromagnetic. Every time a human being seeks Earth connection, the Earth Mother is there to nurture and give solace to that person. If the person has not honored the Earth Mother or has no conscious feeling for her, the connection can be poor. With practice and patience and alignment comes, and the strength of the connection grows. So I always feel my connection grow. In learning how to find an individual power place, it is important to walk the land until we feel a drawing within us to an exact spot. We can feel like a gentle nudge or a bolt of lightning, a whisper on the wind, or a heart opening. It is different for each person. The keynote is trusting our feelings and then being quiet as we sit on that spot for a while. The energy we build when the connection is made can be felt as it moves through the body. The application of the Power Place card, you are seeking a way to become a catalyzer of certain life events if you have chosen the Power Place card. And yes, I am. Being the catalyzer in any situation means you are commanding your talents to affect some kind of result. That's correct. This ability is learned through Earth connection, and I'm aware of that. Your body can conduct the energy you need to create the desired outcome if you allow the Earth Mother to feed you the extra voltage. Find a power place and call upon the 4 elements through prayers and gratitude. And that's what I'm doing. I'm connecting to my Earth energy, Mother Earth energy, fire energy by starting a big fire last night in a fire pit, and I'm connecting to the moon energy. It's the full moon, and I'm connecting to the 4 elements. earth, wind, fire, and water, then you can command your talents for the good and affect the empowerment of manifestation. In doing so, your needs will be met. You can make it happen by using your creativity and receiving the energy needed from the Earth Mother. Remember that you are a catalyzer and you are totally responsible for your personal empowerment. And I am aware of that. By empowering myself, I can help others empower themselves. So I'm grateful for that, and that is my personal truth. So, card number 4. The fourth card is the North card and represents the lesson that will assist you in acknowledging your personal talents and your gifts. If you're taking your talents and gifts and abilities and material possessions for granted, you may be limiting your future gifts from the field of plenty because you shun the beauty of the ones that you have. Lesson needed to acknowledge personal gifts or talents. So I've done that before in my past. And I don't believe I'm going to do that this time because I'm going to receive my blessings because I know I deserve them. 35. Shawl. Returning home. I am returning home to my Earth Mother, to the Mother within me and my eternal being, and connecting through the Earth Mother and the 4 elements to return home to receive the shawl. 35. I accept that I have many gifts and talents, and I'm using them to serve the greater good of humanity by speaking truth and using it as my protection while I'm on a vision quest and I'm connecting to the power place and returning home to my Earth Mother. Great mystery, great spirit. That's where I feel truly at peace. Earth Mother welcomes her children home when they have lost their way. The trail was lonely and so long, she whispers for them to stay. Within the protection of the shawl, where love abides again, their hearts may open to recall all relations as their friends. Many people across the world have heard the saying, home is where the heart is. Traveling bands of Native Americans have known that each time they broke camp and moved to another location, home moved with them. Home was not necessarily the movable dwellings or belongings of the tribal people, but rather their connection to the Earth Mother and to each other. The home of any gypsy, nomad, or wanderer lives inside their hearts of those loved ones who represent security and nurturing, no matter where the traveler may be. If the shawl has fallen across your shoulders, you are being invited to return home. If you have forgotten yourself recently, it is now time to remember your essence and potential. If you have walked a crooked trail by falsely judging others, it is now time to come home to the loving heart and see the value in all paths chosen. Lessons. You may be coming home to the magic that you once believed in or to a new sense of well-being. But in every case, you are returning to a temporarily forgotten state of being. In every life, there is a need to return to the simplicity of happiness. If you have forgotten how to find the simple truths that once supported your inner joy, it is time to return home. Wearing the shawl is coming home to the arms of the Earth Mother and being loved. The responsibility of taking the shawl is being loving to others who have forgotten the sacred path or the way home. So that's what I've tried to do along my sacred path, was be the shawl for others that have lost their way home by nurturing and loving them and showing them how I nurture myself to the best of my ability. Lessons needed to find personal freedom. So this is the Sacred Mountain card, and the 5th card is the Sacred Mountain card, represents the lesson needed to find personal freedom. Letting go of the limitation you may have placed in your own path, the choices are now clear. The place of inner knowing and balance high on top Sacred Mountain is now accessible because you've confronted the fear of self-limitation, and yes, I have. Now it is time to bask in the beauty of unlimited view. And this is the fifth card, the Sacred Mountain card, and that's Council Fire. Decisions. I have made a decision. So in order to know the lesson needed to find personal freedom, I have to make the decision every day to seek personal freedom. And the only person that knows personal freedom is me. What is my personal freedom? And I feel very free right now because I am in nature. I'm doing what I love to do. I'm sharing my messages with you. And the knowledge that I've received from reading this book. And I'm grateful for that. Elders gathered the fire of wisdom's light, words, decisions, conclusions, all through the night. It is Native American custom to call a council fire when decisions need to be made that affect the whole tribe or nation. Every council is ended with a prayer of gratitude and a meal or feast, depending upon the person of the meeting, or the purpose of the meeting. When someone calls a council, that person must have the courage to accept the decisions of their council with grace. If you have been waffling over what to do next, the council fire is insisting that you make a decision. There can be no forward movement if you fail to decide which trail will lead you out of the swamp and into the forest. It takes courage to make changes in your life, and all changes must begin with a decision. Do it and do not look back. Life awaits you in all of its beauty. If the decision of another has left you in a precarious position, make new decisions of your own. There is no need to make your decisions based upon another's. Consider all possibilities and how your decision affects others, then be courageous enough to act. Find your truth and stick to it. So I have chosen to walk the sacred path, to do these cards, to walk in beauty and joy and abundance today, to connect to the Earth Mother and my sacred heart, and walk in beauty and balance, and seek the inner knowing of the peace and wisdom and gratitude that I have through walking the crooked trail and trying to be a bridge and a peacemaker and a healer, and speak my truth. So Arrow, Vision Quest, Power Place, Shawl, and Council Fire. So I am being welcomed home. I've made a decision, and I stick to it. And I continue to walk in truth, beauty, and peace and abundance. And I know that Great Mystery and Great Spirit will continue to guide me along this path. And I trust that with 100% knowing. And I hope all of you connect to the Earth Mother today and your sacred heart and walk in beauty and joy and abundance. There's so much beauty to be had out here in nature, and the beauty within you, if you are willing to see that. And I hope that when you look in the mirror that you see something beautiful, and remember how beautiful you are, and that Great Mystery made you just like you, and you are perfect in every way, and love yourself. I look at myself in the mirror, and I look at myself in the eyes, and I say, I will never abandon you again, Melissa. I will never abandon you again, and you are loved, and I see you. And that's how I've helped heal myself along this journey, when I found myself in some precarious positions, when others made choices that affected me in a negative way. I take my responsibility of the part that I played in those conditions, and if that no longer serves me, then I turn and walk away, and I walk my path in peace and beauty and love. Because when I put myself in situations that change my internal being, that cause me disharmony, then I become a person that I don't want to be, and it makes it hard for me to love myself. Because that's not my truth. That's when I'm meeting resistance, and that's not resonating as truth with me. So I'm out here trying to seek the truth within myself, and realign and become peaceful within my insides. There's so much distraction going on in the world around me, and the gossip and rumor and bullshit and lies, and you know how it is. That's just life. So this is what helps me walk in peace and stay on the sacred path. And I hope all of you connect to the Earth Mother and find some peace within your sacred hearts today. And I love all of you, and I have all of you right here in my heart, and I walk hand in hand on this journey with you. Peace. Have a good day. Mother Lover out.